First blood.
Like a Thompson Invoker.
Team pick. OG.
That's probably the OD. Oh, wow.
They're going to take the Viper.
You were saying it earlier, it looks like a great...
Makes your hero pretty much unplayable. And I think the Gambit lineup's going to be able to play with a ton of tempo here. OG's going to need a big performance from No-Tail influencing the lanes.
So you get a fast tempo, you have Doombringer as well with crap tons of money. If they can actually get this kill onto Hawk very early on, the extra bonus damage is there, and that will be first blood going to the... Joking about early on. Okay, so FNG finally FNG's gonna die? No-Tail's gonna enchant, and they both went to deny the rune, but FNG is so low on life. No-Tail's just gonna finish him up, but no, can't see him through the tree line, back underneath the tier 1 tower. But we were joking about Shaka working with the early Devourer over on a Doombringer, just the crazy amount of farm you can get. Bottom lane again, Jirax, all that bonus damage. Is that even a kill? MidasHim just dodging the attacks from the tower, and once again, OG finding the power through that Monkey King while FNG hiding in the tree lines. No-Tail's going to trap him in, and Illumina will only tickle the OG lineup, who is now 3-0.
Wow.
And they're the ones running the fast tempo.
It's like Kevin brought up in the Weatherman segment. If you look behind the wave, Immersion was once again not actually...
It doesn't have any regeneration nearby. Thompson, of course, is just going to course up.
He actually canceled the salve there with the cold snap.
It's all the same to me.
And as Nahaz brought up, I mean, you look at the regen from 2 Quas, he'll be able to sustain. You gotta be careful out there today.
Ranger Asmo doing up bottom lane. Immersion is going to be Boundless Strike to slap him down, and the range attack from Jirax to finish the job. And initiating pretty heavily underneath that tier 1 tower. It's going to be so difficult too. And what does Seb instantly do? Runs towards the Doombringer, but that is a Doombringer.
But they've done such a great job at shutting him down that Seb's gonna have, he already has 1,200 gold. Doom just brown boots. Jarek's now gonna hop through the trees. Might look to set up a kill here.
Gonna bounce down right on top of the Doombringer, keep that slow up, and then start stacking up the Jinku. No-Tail will die in the meantime, so the Hawk finally getting himself on the board, but Doombringer, the Boundless Strike, slapped him back to the underworld. Meanwhile, it was the battles for the 5-minute runes. And Gambit come out on top of those. Can create problems for the Monkey.
Viper is never getting to that point at this rate. He's just farming jungle with 2k net worth.
Rolling bolt up, they're coming in. No-Tail will die pretty damn quickly. Find somebody. But for the moment, it's like, it's heavy stacking over on the side jungle. Gambit want to initiate up on top, so rolling boulder, that wasn't who Immersion wanted to go to, so he has to go over towards the kick to Hawk. This is his level of aggression against No-Tail, able to do it, enraged up.
As most other heroes, it's a lot like Razor. Gotta stay ahead. But if you don't ever get ahead to begin with...
Yep. Doom's dead. You can't escape from this one. The clamps will slow him down, you can go into your Scorched Earth, but the amount of damage that Jirax is able to enable for then Seb to get the last hit, it's just way too good. This hand of Midas from the Brewmaster coming at a good time. FNG a little too close. Immersion has to go for the kick, but a nice dodge from Jirax. Very mischievous.
Don't be mad.
Reminiscent of the TI3 Alliance, where everyone knew how they would start their drafts. Couldn't really do anything about it.
Yep. Jirax looking to jump in towards the mid lane. Immersion as well as FNG. Blasting down the wave, good kick. They're actually dropping Jirax down from his trees, and it's going to hold him in position. MidasHim, and then with Boundless Strike, but it won't be enough, and that's a good streak to end.
Across the river, can't find a ford.
They're going to cross this way. Under the cover of smoke, they were just out of range of that Radiant Obs, I believe. Meanwhile, up on top, the Diver's coming in, the Will-O-Wisp. FNG goes up towards the air, and he'll hit the ground. But on bottom lane, this is where the rebuttal is going to be. A quick Doom out, Brewmaster, no split available with the Magnetize. No-Tail's also on the run. Hawk trying to buff himself up, looking for that big fight in. No-Tail turns quickly, but is there going to be enough damage to Hawk? Still going underneath the tower, combining with Immersion. So it's a 2-for-1.
It was well timed.
Surprised
that Seb actually died to that. He had
Thompson.
a ward.
TP's in the bottom lane.
He has no ult.
Puts down this full Spirit Vessel, and you're right, no ultimate, and he's actually got the money. He hasn't spent it yet, but he can buy a Blink Dagger if he dies right now. Actually, he doesn't want to. One charge will give him some life. Still hasn't bought that Blink Dagger. The Hawk going to be efficient. ILTW, vision up the hill. They know that definitely Blast connect. 55 HP, and they find the kill. He'll buy the Blink Dagger, so they will be delayed that timing of the critical item. Immersion will die himself as well on that bottom lane. 4 heroes from OG rotate over. You've got Vlad's, you've got a little bit to work with. There's the alacrity of Thompson is giving ILTW the damage, but Immersion, he's going to come over. Notel's very close. They start off with a kick already. Notel down to half-life. FNG wants to get a position so he can actually get something out. Will-O-Wisp be off cooldown in 3 seconds time. Watch that mark, especially as Dahak has already killed off Notel. Luna flies in towards the pit. They see Roshan at 1/3, but they want the kill. Rolling Boulder forward with the Magnetize and the Will-O-Wisp and the Blinding Light. They're in way too deep. Thompson wants to try and fight out, but Afro is just breaking him out. Invoker can't do anything. They'll fight back quickly. Immersion will finally go down, but here comes your Blast right over OG, hitting Jirak so hard he can't be there, but it's a big army. The center will finally go down. The Brewlings are about to time out. Afro has managed to live through all of this. Couldn't get the one charges off in time. No buyback available for him. And OG, thanks to their buybacks, they are able to... OG.
They're able to push mids in the meantime.
TP's coming in. Already got Nether Toxin down. Lock him in. Right over Atos. Brewmaster can't go anywhere. Quickly deleted. And Notel will be the follow-up. Viper is just doing the work. A double kill for him. You said
his balls are so big that he'll intimidate Gambit into retreating.
Sorry, Thompson's the only one who's got the balls and he's juggling them, but he'll have to juggle them pretty well to survive bottom lane. The silence turns on, and Invoker, man, he's in so much trouble. A push back, but it won't help. It disarmed Ursa. He'll still get the clamp. The damage is available. Will be the Doombringer to bring down.
Oh no, it was backpacked. If Immersion had Dust active there, they're going to catch Thompson almost
Here's
for
the
sure.
Sentry Ward. He's walked in. All the rocks come down, but he's out of range of the Sentry Ward. Is that Dust ready? Yes, it is. So Thompson reveal. They can't keep the attack going, or can they? The Rolling Boulder forward. They burst on each other. Immersion and Jirak. Jirak will have to pop back down again. The Magnetize turns on an Immersion. He needs to get the hell out of here. Rolling Boulder up and away. TP scrolls available, but as you said, on bottom lane. Enchantress has already gone down. The defense is there, but it's top where the TP out is just in time.
Nice positioning. This is good 5 support play.
Yeah, they're picking out. They know he's in the tree lines. Quick observe ward being planted down and the jump up. So FNG. Let's break the smoke. Oh, hello, Immersion. He TP'd into was the tier 2 tower. Afro trying to find Thompson. He's battling against Thompson. Nether Toxins are absolutely everywhere. And now Doom's going to arrive. He gets the Doom over on the Phantom Assassin. And Thompson just locked down in the back lines. Dahak going to work with Immersion. The Will-O-Wisp giving Afro a little bit more space to get back and to pop off the Greaves. These Brewling control hasn't done enough. They may be able to kill off the Phantom Assassin. Yeah, you bet. Dahak with a double kill. Looking for a triple. Seb, he's gone back into his normal Brewmaster. And that is nowhere near as strong. Down he will go.
And I just criticized Gambit. OG are just appreciating the challenge. They're finally back playing some good Dota. Still some mistakes here and there.
Challenge on top lane. Oh, the perfect king. Jirak falls from his perch and the king has been dethroned. Time for the big man.
BKB finished on Doom.
OG was aware too that Roshan's up. That one full stolen creep. Checks the status of it all, but it's already a little too late. Sentry wards it down. They see the Doombringer. That's going to be a big burn. They need to ensure that's why he just BKBs, so he can still get that Doom off, looking for the target. And ILTW will be the one trying to represent. That is a Will-O-Wisp, creating a little bit more space. Immersion, maybe he can get away with this. One more second, he can Rolling Boulder away. No, that won't happen. It's a big Magnetize, heavy damage, and they move towards Afro. Jirak into the Wukong's punch. They want a better position to fight, and that's able to enable it. Afro, he's still got so much life, still got so much regeneration. They've already lost the Enchantress, but OG are pressuring forward. But Dahak is bigger. And they move to Invoker. Doomed up this entire fight. Can't be involved at all and will go down, giving a double kill to...
The Monkey King dies.
Dire scanning and pings positive as Seb's going to arrive. He doesn't have Brewmaster split. It was all for the bounty runes, and Monkey King Jirak initiates it over on FNG. Blind push him up, Rod of Atos. He actually dodges it with the mischief. So not locked in position, and Gambit. Oh, Immersion didn't get the role that he really wanted, as now ILTW moves forward. Immersion once again the first player to die at the beginning of these fights. The Monkey King wants to give them another target underneath the observer board. FNG TP out will not work, triggering the bash from the 35 seconds left on this Aegis the Immortal. He just wants one target he could jump on. Bait out ability from OG, and that's what he's going to do. Jumps over straight up Thompson. A force up almost gets him out of range of the Will-O-Wisp, but at half the second he turned around was a second long enough, and Notel will go down to the Aegis Immortal. It's not even going to be required as they go from one to the other. ILTW jumps over towards Seb. He wants to go in this, but it won't happen. The Hawk is still there. They'll be able to easily find this kill on ILTW. He jumps up, looks for a little bit of a crit. Maybe he does have enough damage when he gets the extra backstab and the Abyssal Blade, but no, they just run him down. Beyond God. They still want to fight, but they're coming underneath the dire observe ward. Seb reveals himself, ILTW as well, and they saw the smoke. And here we go. Dahak finds his target over towards ILTW, gets the chain bashes onto the PA. PA is instantly deleted, and they go up for the other kills. No-Tell outside the base, the stuns are out. And this really does feel like the game when you've got
on the map for a while. And I think if you're Gambit, you just methodically start killing structures.
Yep, take out the mid, move towards the top.
Radiant's middle barracks
Can't claim the bottom, mainly because the creep wave is out and the tier 2 tower is still available there.
Radiant's top tower.
Impressive showing really from Gambit. Remember this game at a point was tied at 12-12 and it looked like OG was in a dominant position, but since then 15-4 this kill score.
Radiant's top barracks are under
I'm interested to see how long before Jirax wants to come back. They just accept the fact they've lost 2 lanes of Rax. Jirax has a rapier queued up and he's currently farming on the dire side of the river. Oh boy, they lost. Oh, Nortail.
Radiant's top barracks.
A little too close to the sun, gets burnt. And every single crit they can get, but here comes Gambit, looking for the defense. FNG starts with the Illuminate. This may come a little late. Roshan already down to 3k life, and now here comes the BKB up and the Doom. Roshan, well, he's not down yet. Here comes your Wukong's command. OG can fight from the top of the pit, but Thompson just locked down by the Viper. Roshan still needs to kill him, and Immersion inside the pit. Seth is creating enough space with the Chaos and these Brillings and the Stun Strike coming in. Is there enough damage for OG to actually stand this one? When Invoker flies back, Thompson, he disarms, pushing back Apo as well as the Ursa. They're going in again as Brewmaster. He's back to his normal form. They've lost that Chaos timing, and Jirax cannot stand this fight anymore. Thompson's doing the best he can to keep everyone under control. The Boundless Strike in ILTW. He's back in again. Needs to find the crypt, needs to find the damage. He can't find Jack. Down he will go. Jirax, he's the man doing more work than anyone else in this fight, but finally he will die. Seb will join him as well, and that's Thompson and PA dead for so damn long. There's just too much control. Brew cannot blink away, cannot get away.
And
4 heroes dead. This is Roshan to Gambit.
OG played that fight about as well as you could possibly expect him to. That was against the Refresher Doom. He had double BKB, Shivas, and ultimate. They had buybacks on target for more than a couple of seconds. They're just dead. And realistically, Afterlife just is not a target. He is far too tanky.
Goodbye, Nortel.
Yeah. I think this one's in the books.
Yeah, the friends to work with, and he actually TPs out towards the shrines to pick up the bounty runes. Get some money, so at least maybe some of your stats look better. But this game, game 1, it belongs to Gambit. They will take the Radiant Ancient, and they will take game 1 in the lower bracket of ESL 1 Katowice. GG.
Well, way to keep your composure, Gambit. Very impressive.
I think it has to be Thompson's hero. He's the one who's like.
I think
So
they're
one
still
of the
talking
mid-matchups
about.
that can okay.
Getting a little out of control, boys. Actually, thinking about moving over for the runes. There's 4 heroes from OG looking to find the bottom lane. They'll let the Brewmaster have his own little fun up on top, battling for that rune. But where you let it the howl off, looking for their own fight. Immersion, rolling border in. Jirax looking for the jump down as well. Able to claim on 3 heroes here. ILTW, thanks to that slow, has the movement speed away. The blast, it won't be enough. The healing salve did enough, so Dahak will be the first blood.
Careful here, Jirax is pulling the easy camp, but gonna have a double wave under tower now. Gambit, if they can pressure the Lycan, be good for them, but the thing is, if you can't pressure him, he just gets the last hit freely under tower, and it looks like that might be what happens. Lycan does not miss last hits either.
He's just doing this like they're gonna get enough experience to get level 2 now over on Lycan. So he's able to get the Wolves up and running. Nortel in a world of hurt, surrounded by Dahak, and Immersion cannot escape. But if he didn't get that first pop, would have gone the way of Gambit.
It's all a trade-off, right? Even if you die. Low FNG, man, trouble. There's an Earthscream behind him as well.
Yeah, he's really, really deep. Immersion's trying to cut through trees. The jump can't come in, but FNG knows he's just dead. Keeper of the life backed into a corner and has refused to let the gate for the horse.
It's so funny how the game has changed, where cores have learned to just accept up top. Bottles both bounties. Looks like another free game for the Brewmaster.
Yeah. That's what you want to see if you're a fan of OG. You want to see Brewmaster having that momentum, actually being a proper influence in these fights.
This game you don't have the Doom to worry about either.
Get No-Tell. Gonna trigger off the level 1 sprites, but that's nowhere near enough regeneration to tank through this. Even with the regen being provided by shield that Gambit can have on this bottom lane.
Radiant's middle
ILTW
tower
is so
is
close to
under
being able to
attack.
finish that HOD.
Look towards mid as well. You've got the trap on Ursa on bottom lane, but it's Pango initiating onto tops, and support comes in from Seb instantly into the sprint. Trying to keep Apo away from the tower, or you've already got the kill on the back line. So Thompson will fall, and Mercer will go down his lane, and Seb gonna get this solo kill over on Medusa, just sending the support of FNG up and towards the air, and maybe with Jirex they can go for a little bit more. Seb, he's now out of time underneath the tower, not where he wants to be. And Mercer has joined them.
You just farm, you get your level 6, and you immediately can get active just because your ultimate is so powerful.
Top lane, jump forward from Jirax. He's going to work with Thompson to get the kill on Dahak. Seb is nearby, so clutch of Valve, it's a big boundless strike, hitting both Immersion and Dahak. Both will fall in OG.
He's the follow-up for this Earth Spirit's Reach initiation.
Hello, Pango. Slowed down, they're looking for that Centaur stomp, but Pango's a little bit too fast for them. Haste Screw on the bottle being triggered, and this leaves No-Tell in no man's land.
Yep.
Brought down.
Miscue from, because you know FNG is going to be looking to do exactly what he's doing here, hide in the trees and nuke again. This is so smart from OG.
They planned that one down about 2 minutes ago
Yep.
as they were looking to keep No-Tell. No-Tell's going to get rid of another Dire Observer.
Yep.
That leaves only one on the map, and it's very defensive watching the northern side of the Dire jungle. Dahak going after No-Tell. Stick charge has already been burnt from No-Tell. He'll go inside the pit, try and juke it inside the fog of war. In, out, out. Back up the hill, and then actually Seb goes for a split. He's going for a solo kill on Apo, so No-Tell can die, but he's now got more friends. ILTW goes into dog form, wants a little bit more extra help. He'll give him some Chakra, Medusa, that'll let him live about 1-2 seconds, a little bit longer, but death is certain.
This is a throwback with the Chakra. He couldn't get his snake off, couldn't get his ult off. He's just going to die, and that, I mean, he's going to have ult skilled, actually.
TV's coming in. Seb's got himself a double damage rune. Jerax is ready for the jump down. They're waiting for the right time. Pango, he's got Rolling Thunder available, but there's your jump down. They just start chain stunning into Pango. He jumps away! 19 HP! Jerax wants to finish the job, but there's your Rolling Thunder! Up, down, gets the chain stun, and Jerax, he needs to get himself out of this one. Immersion chasing him down. Mischief will not be able to save the Monkey King. Tier 1 tower is still being cleaned up by Seb for support to...
Until Thompson gets super mega large, at least.
Top tier 1 towers coming under pressure from OG. I also want to keep my eye on the Brewmaster, who actually just got silenced up. He'll go into the Brewmaster split, will he? He's got Arcane Rune, he can trigger that and get the split, but no way! Panger. Well, the question is, does Dahak realize that they're coming down bottom lane, looking for him? Brewmaster, there's your blink forward, hold him in position, slap him down. Dahak go in range, but Brewmaster instantly into the split. They have to send him up and towards the air, but they'll start with the stun to begin with, as Jirax just keeps building up the Jingu. Dahak, the stun and the burn from Immolation. Jirax is the one to already find the kill.
And importantly, Lycan is still just pushing and farming top. This is the OG that we saw yesterday, constantly pressuring the enemy side of the map.
No-Tell, number 5.
Unfortunate Maelstrom proc. Importantly, I again point to Dahak. He's been a non-factor in this game so far. 3-3, sure, but all that was in the laning phase. He has not been doing anything since that time.
Panger, into that rolling boulder. Trying to actually hold him there. Sorry, rolling boulder and rolling thunder. A lot of rolls. Feels like oh, okay, maybe he's gonna move. No, he doesn't have movement speed. You're being chased by a Monkey King. Midas. Efficiency?
The Midas, no! You gotta get the catapult! Oh, Grant's tearing his hair out in dismay.
Will-O-Wisp up on top, holding the Lycan in position, so Gambit should at least be able to get an extra rebuttal. You lose your Ursa on bottom, but 3 heroes from OG dying them the fights they want. For the moment, they are still reaching that power spike. And here we go again in mid. Banger, quick shield crush, No-Tell trying to slow him down. Thompson's doing all the damage from below ground, and Banger, he can jump.
Straight to
but
Roche.
he'll still go down as Thompson, who ends
Much for a fight that may or may not go your way.
We've seen this. Here comes your Illuminate spam, FNG. He's inside the pit, Do they want to fight? Pango's up in 2 seconds time. They found their target. They're leaping forward. FNG caught out. The spark break is there. If it lands on the FNG, he should die as well. But the trade-off will still be Enchantress. And Pango into the Rolling Thunder. He's looking to go inside the pit, just on the edge of it. And the Wukong's command from Jerax going to help defend this. While you've got ES sent up and drop back down again, battling underneath the shrine. He should end up falling to this Lycan and Brewmaster combo. Pango's coming up to do something about it. But now he's surrounded by the 3 Brewlings. They'll start over on Dahak. Remember, Roshan is still up and kicking. And FNG and Advo are coming over Thompson. If it wasn't for the boundless strike, they would have had the space. But it's actually being dragged back in. The Will-O-Wisp, the blinding light, guarantees 2 pulls of the IO. And Dahak is going in for Roshan. Thompson has no other choice but to buy back. Blinding doesn't have much more to give, but he's got nothing to give. No wolves, no ulti form. They have to go in and Zed's doing it inside the pit. Dire take Roshan and the Aegis the Immortal. Ursa will pop. They come in for more. Thompson, the bubbles have been planted. Dusa is on the run out of here. Almost out of mana, but here comes Immersion. Cleans up Zeb inside the pit. They still have the kill on Afro. 18 HP. They need to get in range. A triple kill for Thompson, making this buyback worth it. Immersion wants to get out too, but he ain't home and hosed. They move in further. Jerax, they're waiting. They're looking around him. Zeb will take the last hit.
It's a price they had to pay, Toby. You don't want to give away Aegis to this OG lineup. They can play with so much tempo and aggression if you give them an edge. This time, as you said, the Thompson buyback does pay off. Jerax will be punished down bottom, it appears. Juke's the stun.
He needs a jump. 1 second till 3 minutes off cooldown. He can't get up.
Look at the base, though. Do they have TP?
He goes instantly into the split. Immersion couldn't get the silence off in time, but Dusa does get the Stone Gaze off. So with the slow down, here comes your Rolling Thunder. Pango goes in. Damn, Enchantress takes so much damage. Has you instantly just runs in the Will-O-Wisp. This has to die. They have to focus this one down. The coins from Thompson were doing the job, and OG fighting underneath their own Wukong's command Gambit have no other choice but to go underneath the tier 3 towers. They're happy with that until they get a 3-man boundless strike. The life is there. The grease from Pango giving them the sustain, and the magnetize causing real problems for OG. Lycan is trapped underneath the Dire tier 2 tower. He'll fall, and Arthwon and Thompson will join him. But experience and gold starts to swing the way of Gambit. Hitting 2,000 in the net worth, the experience is almost 8,000, and they want to keep it moving forward. As Dahak chasing after Jerax. He'll turn to a tree for a second. ILTW. Once again, the Lycan just watching this, wondering what he can do. He can start base hitting it because Jerax got the double stun. FNG's TP out, it will be in time. But
Invasion right now. You're gonna have 35% less physical damage. Nobody's anywhere near the time for MKB.
Towards Pango, Jerax jumping in forward once again. They want to keep this Pango slowed. So difficult to get into the Rolling Thunder. Diffuser bladed up. That's really aggressive. I know Jerax is rotating down to the bottom lane, but that's not what he wants to have. In fact, you look towards the mid lane. ILTW trying to run forward, able to get the shapeshift off and then run up the hill away from the magnetize. Don't know if he's got enough life to survive through this. He's going to move further towards the north, away from the TP players onto the shrine, because that's where Pango is heading. Same with the ES, the Roll Boys looking for Thompson. He's under the cover of an invis for the moment. The Will-O-Wisp pulls him back in, but they caught out both Jerax as well as Thompson. Both will end up falling. The Thompson close causing some problems behind the lines. But Gambit, now it's their turn to get the better trade-off. Fire is scanning up, and it does ping positive because N0tail's in range. Lycan form already being burnt, looking towards the keeper of the line, trying to push him back. They want him down, but N0tail initiated on by Dahak, but the stun from Jerax will create more space. Dahak has the BKB and get away, but Jerax, it's a great Wukong command underneath the Will-O-Wisp, which will not even get a secondary bolt out. Pango is now isolated. He's going to go in to the Rolling Thunder and try and get away from this one, but Jerax, he's ticking down. Will they get rid of it? Okay, he'll actually die before the Wukong command will disappear, but Medusa will do the job and get rid of it anyway. While Immersion in deep, try and get Gambit to look behind themselves. Necro books have already been burnt as well. One opening, Thompson. Will-O-Wisp is down. Thompson kicks further to the side, then blinding light, just tossing around like a rag doll. And you'll see Thompson just explode under the burning light.
That was a big
dead. Thompson's dragging the creep wave. I actually kind of love what he's doing around the bottom rune area, where he's pulled the wave off, because this fight lasted so long on bottom lane. Jerax has actually returned. He's looking for the slam down, cancelling off Pango's Rolling Thunder. Now he'll get it off. Immersion will also arrive looking for his own silence onto the Brew, onto the Monkey King.
Marching through lanes, through jungle, farming everything. There's no space for Thompson to do much more than Midas.
Jump up, perfect boundless strike, cancelling the rolling ball around from Ursker, and Seth under the cover of BKB, wants to fight first and then go into the Brewmaster split, which he has to do, and Dahak TP down, but just enough life. He had
He just surpassed, and their advantage only went up 1,000 gold. So an admirable job done by OG to stay in this game.
great observer sentry in from Gambit. They put down the Will-O-Wisp. Nortal being pulled back in, so two heroes once again being picked off with this combination of Gambit.
I got
Jirax when it comes to these engagements. Oh, Nortal. He
can't play Dota against Ursa, man.
This is the second time he's come out. Like, he threw down the sentry ward, saw the obs and sentry, tried to run away. Comes out this time, throws down the sentry ward, and has to run away. FNG will die on the top lane.
Oh, they're
3
going straight
hits
to
from
base.
Seb. They hit so hard, so fast. They can't go in. There's the wraparound. Immersion, rolling boulder forward. He's able to actually know the split. Seb gets stopped so quickly. Immersion's already going to go down. FNG's on the sideline for the moment. He does not have buyback available.
Ursa and the Medusa, as this game continues, you actually don't have one on the Pango. Of course, you can't cleanse it.
You'll get the Bloodthorn. You'll get the Bloodthorn on the Arc Warden, so that's something they can work with. Dahak has to BKB. I don't think he actually realizes he's currently fighting a clone army, and Dahak will go down. Thompson
Turning back around, and that's the key.
23,000 experience was their height. We look towards Roshan as now it is started up. OG, they want to get this Aegis Immortal. Meanwhile, the mid lane Lycan initiated on by Pango and ES. Brewmaster jumps in, he's got split available, but the issue is still ILTW. He's dying too quickly, but is Immersion going to be the only trade-off? He rolling boulders up, he may not be a trade at all. The Spark Wraith will follow him, and so will Nortal, but they don't have any level of damage output. In fact, rolling boulder, Immersion wants to go back into this one, but he's instantly slammed down by Jerick. The Will-O-Wisp is good, and the Hawk wants to fight. DKB burn, putting that bash into work. Thompson dying way too quickly. Couldn't stay alive. His cores are doing any kind of real work for the backlines as well. So ILTW buys back, triggers Lycan form.
You've done something wrong. I think you give that to your Ursa so that he can play aggressive.
He wants Courier. That tree is a dangerous tree. PKB and needs to get the hell out of here. But the Hawk's got way too much damage. Jirax? No, he doesn't get enough time to get up. The Hawk will get the last Fury Swipe.
OG, they can't win fights. Again, just this Lycan, man. He feels so ineffective. He's really just here to kill buildings.
Keeper of the Light, Will-O-Wisp goes down once again, and maybe, oh, the kick flies out. Brewmaster needs a little bit of extra space, but they're holding him down. A minute and 15 seconds. Seb is on the sideline. Lycan is pushing the bottom lane. He can't TP back. There's 32 seconds on cooldown for the moment, so ILTW will not be involved in this fight. Thompson has to hard defend.
There's a tome in the base. I think it's for Thompson. He's closing it on level 25. And the high ground defense from OG is nice. You've got the spam of the Ench and the Arc Warden.
But they're not staying close enough for it. They're letting the tier 3 town fall. That bottom lane pressure isn't coming anywhere near far enough. So they put the shield down far, and Nortal just walks into death. He'll die quickly. Ambo does bring himself a little bit closer. Remember, he's got the Aegis Immortal. Jirax, the Balance Strike will not connect on the Deucer. So no follow-up stuns for him, and now the Hawk just jumps in, looking to kill off the Monkey King. He can't do it, however. He tried, but that BKB is a very low duration. Ambo, he's trying to commit, and it's a dive back for Nortal. Thompson underneath the tower as well. He's in trouble, losing his life so quickly. Buybacks are up, but Ambo, he's got himself a triple bloody kill. The pressure in towards mid. ILTW, he's battling backdoor regeneration. The Keeper alive, the only one who has to jump back for defense is Jirax, looking for the stuns, looking for the control. Back down the mid lane, into a Wukong's command. They've got the control on the Pango. He's losing his mana, but they're going to get outside the Wukong's, thanks to the fact that Afro still has Stonegaze available. Thompson, the clone, is being stuck for the moment. They're thinking about turning back in again, and it's actually Seb out too far, dead for 2 minutes. The opening, the door, Gambit have just swung it open and ripped it off his hinges. They can go for even more. Down towards Lycan, dropping the treads. Aegis Immortal is still there. You know Deucer wants to keep fighting. ILTW, he can't die here. They push him back in. Thompson saving his core's life. But Afro, he's beating into the tier 4 towers. Gambit want to end this now.
You can see ILTW just recognizes I can't do anything in this game, man. He might get flagged for his performance, but I don't think he did anything wrong.
Let's see if they can hold the defense. They're just done. The Hawk with a club, combining with the Will-O-Wisp. That may even be the game without Thompson for 2 minutes' time. I don't think OG can repel Gambit from taking the final GG condition. Nortal, man, how many times did he die under Will-O-Wisp again? Down he goes. And this is Gambit beating into the Radiant Ancient. They wanted the rematch against Team Secret, and they got it. A 2-0 victory over OG in the lower bracket final of ESL 1.
Very well played game. They got ahead. Once again, that first Roche fight just changing the direction.